marches across the country was historic, and it sent a very powerful message about what we stand for as Americans. Equality, access to opportunity, and justice for all, no matter your gender, race, religion, age, or immigration status. And showing up today, January 2018, after enduring a year of sexist, racist rhetoric out of Washington, out of our media, when you feel fatigued and maybe even embarrassed by the daily barrage of negative news, showing up today is important. I want to thank each and every one of you. You took out time from your busy days, from your busy schedules, from your very full lives. And let me tell you, your presence here matters. Your voice matters. Showing up and being counted, doing what you can for who you can matters most, especially when those in power seem to have turned their backs on reason and justice. This experience we demand, one of equality and justice, must become an issue that threatens corporate bottom lines, and it has to threaten elected positions. Only then will they see the transformative and permanent change that we seek.
A world in which I could wear whatever I want, say whatever I want, and express my desire however I want without fearing for my physical safety or reputation. That would be the world in which female desire and sexuality could have its greatest expression and fulfillment.
But I feel it changing, I can taste it, I'm on a wave and I won't waste it. I have been patient, but I'm not waiting anymore, not anymore, no. I'm gonna dance on broken glass, and I'm gonna make that ceiling crash, that ceiling crash. My powers started right now, I'll be strong, and I'll play my fight song. I can hear you! Believe, scream it! Yeah, you do! In me, a lot of fight left in me.
Thank you for giving your time, your support, and your voice to this unstoppable movement. No more pandering.
My sisters, my daughters and wives, girls learning how to shine their light. Dedicate some of your life, stand for them all, singing out, ladies, you are beautiful, you are beautiful.
Oh, the good news is 2017 is over.
History will record in this most dangerous and baffling hour how we stood, we organized, we reached across false boundaries and put our common purpose first. You want 2018 to be better than 17? We got to get everybody eligible, registered, and ready to roll. Now we can do this. This is simple. All we got to do is hit the ground. All over this country, door to door, hand to hand, heart to heart. There should not be a week that goes by that you don't talk to at least 10 people about registering and voting and getting them to talk to 10 people. There goes your election right there. We have to reach out to our sisters who wear red baseball caps. This is also about their rights, their protections, their children's health and futures. Women together can stop this slide to the bottom. We are standing in the 2018 midterm elections for their salaries, their health care, their promotions, their pensions. And when they privately mark their ballots, we wish them the courage to take a stand for themselves and their families. Right now, you hold the power in your hands to change the course of history.
people of all genders, ages, races, and sexual orientations, documented and undocumented, from all religions and every political party. We understand that while we do not agree about everything, we do agree about the most important things. And so we march.
Human progress rarely rolls in on inevitability. It is through human dedication and effort that we move forward. And then when we don't work, what happens is that time actually becomes an ally to the primitive forces of social stagnation. And the guardians of the status quo are in their oxygen tanks, keeping the old order alive. And so the time needs to be helped by every single moment doing right. And the reason why these Jim Crow laws were in place has stifled my rights and your rights is because we fell asleep. We fall asleep when we're moving ahead and we don't look to the left and right and see that we're not including people in this move ahead. Because really, at the end of the day, we only move forward when it doesn't cost us anything. But I'm here today saying that no one and nothing can be great unless it costs you something.
They told me you were tired and ready to go home. Are you ready to go home? No!
And let me say something, if I may, for a moment to the men and boys. And thank you all for being here. This must be your cause too. Those members of Congress who want to take our health care, you're out of here. You want to take our coastline, you're out of here. And from Virginia to Alabama, from New Jersey and beyond, we are the tide that is shifting this country. Mr. President, you may know how to shut things down, but we know how to light them up. Mr. President, you got your tweets, but we own these streets.
Women are finished staying silent. Women are finished staying silent.
She responded by saying, "You have no idea what it's like to be a girl." And I have thought about that sentence so much since then. Because if roles were reversed, if this happened to a guy, if he was stripped and photos were taken of his private parts when he was unconscious to be shared and shamed, his friends would rally around him. His friends would take revenge. The person that hurt him would be vilified. But for some reason, when it happens to a girl, we all know it's too often that she's left to stand alone. We all have the power to make sure that our daughters, nieces, granddaughters, great-granddaughters grow up with the mentality that if you come for one of us, you come for all of us.
Time to try to find gravity. Kiss me goodbye. I am defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you won't bring me down.
As the son of immigrants, of a father who got to the 6th grade, a mother who didn't come to this country until she married my father at the age of 18 and came from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. You just like the way I say Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, huh? Are you ready to take 2018 and make it 2018 as blue a year as we have ever seen in the history of the United States of America? And by the way, as we make it blue, We're going to make it look really pink, too. Don't you stop. Don't you stop. Because no one ever would have said that that kid who was the son of a ditch digger would ever have a chance to be your Attorney General.
When we see injustice, we stand up, we take action, and we march.
The Women's March loves our male allies. Woo!
We were all here a year ago for many different reasons. But one of the unifying reasons was we were scared. We were scared of who was going to enter the White House. A year has gone by, and he has corroborated every one of our fears. And we cannot whitewash this anymore. We have a racist in the White House. We have a sexist in the White House. We have a pathological liar in the White House. And he is tearing away at the fabric of our democracy. And when we all came together last time, we had the power. And it's the women. The women have given us the power. And the women continue to give us the power. We've seen it with more women running for office, more women taking the true power that they have. And it's with women that we will take back this country and return democracy to where it belongs. I want to thank all the women out there for being the power. Thank you.
I am incredibly proud to share this stage with her. I am honored to introduce you to a woman I admire so very much, Melissa Etheridge.
Thank you, brothers and sisters, and everything in between. Oh, you are beautiful, every single one of you. Look at us. We are making it happen. We are making the change. We are living through this time. We will tell our children and our children's children what we were doing in this time when we changed the world. I want to start it all. A sacred force created me, in that I had no choice, gave me my heart and who it loves, my arms to hold, and gave me my voice. I want to start an uprising. Oh, I want to start an
But now we need to turn those voices into votes. Voting is how we get the means to begin to heal that pain, to correct those grievances, and to have the ability to tell a new story. And so 2017 could be called the year of speaking up. We need 2018 to be the year of showing up at the ballot box.
They're worried that with all this talk about racism and patriarchy and homophobia, xenophobia, transphobia, all of this difference is going to make it harder for us to unite under one banner. So I'm going to tell you about what the real tragedy is. The real tragedy is how destructive it is when our movements march to one-stick drummers. That's how we wound up with this diminished democracy in which the fundamental right to vote has been undermined. Did you know that the number of people who lost their right to vote was more than the margin that determined the outcome of the last presidential election? We reached this goal. Future generations will look back on us as the ones when faced with growing hatred, obscene inequality, and human extinction, wove a tapestry of resistance out of our difference, lifting up forgotten legacies to take back our future. And find your inner black woman and vote! Vote! Vote!
Of upstanders. And man, I don't think there's anything more powerful and important in this world right now than being an upstander. And stand up for you. And I stand up for you.
Here. We are working. We are organizing. I am so inspired by all of you showing up. And we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge at this time when women are organizing and our male allies are out here organizing with us, the Organization of Black Women. She is the chair of Pan-African Studies at Cal State University, Los Angeles. And she is the co-founder and organizer of Black Lives Matter Los Angeles. Dr. Melina Abdullah.
So we were here last year, and last year was a moment, right? Last year we were all in shock that white folks, and I'm putting it on your shoulders, white folks, elected a raving, white supremacist, misogynist, capitalist, heterosexist fool into the damn White House. So it's on you to fix this shit. It's on you to fix it. And we want to thank our brothers and our non-black allies for committing to trust black women. Trust black women. That's a powerful and beautiful hashtag. And we need you to do more than trust us. We need you to support us. Because the work that we do is about our very lives. We are more than hashtags. We need you to do the work. We need you to do the work that it takes for us to get free. We need your voice. We need you to refuse to let
for all of us grandmothers out there, the reminder that we are growing still. I hope we revel in our still fierce caring for this world. And as women in record numbers ready themselves to run for political office, I wish for them that we stand with them and that the bells keep ringing of this beautiful awakening, this resonant moment that Nellie Steenburgen's daughter feels oh so grateful to be living in. And to the brothers, the sons, the fathers, the grandfathers that are here, we need you. We honor you, and we celebrate the glory of good men. Speaking of which, there's one standing right next to me.
What a great day to be alive! Look at us. We're not at home watching TV, getting sad and scared by what we see. We're here together embracing each other. And as long as we keep love in our heart and fight like hell, we're going to be okay.
Oh, you got a bunch of people out here. A bunch of people who are here to hear you too. We stand here because of all the mothers and the sisters and the daughters. The world would be nothing without a woman. Thank you, ladies.
Wow, feminism is so cool. Look at everybody. You guys look so rad right now. Okay, awesome. You know what? I wrote a letter. I hope you guys are cool with that. I wrote a letter to our president, and I would like to share it with you guys. Dear Mr. President, I say president because that's what you are, and I say Mr. out of respect in hopes to get your attention. I'm also really tired of hating you, Mr. President. Resentment, honestly, resentment gets pretty exhausting sometimes, and I'm not quite sure I have enough time for it these days. You just need to stop hurting people and listen to us, because we, the people, do want what's best for this country. And I can promise you, Donald Trump, I can promise you that if you would just give us a chance and listen to us, we will return that respect manyfold. So, thank you for hearing me. Sincerely yours, Paris Michael Catherine Jackson.
Olivia Wilde.
Last year, on the single largest day of protest in American history, millions of us marched to say, Mr. President, we are here. This year, we marched to say, Mr. President, we have taken action. Thousands of women have started resistance groups. Thousands of women are running for office. We are a tidal wave. We are unstoppable. This is our time. Grassroots resistance. And let me tell you something, it is working. But we have to keep showing up. And the best way we can do so is by dedicating ourselves to the upcoming midterm elections on November 6th. It will be a day of reckoning, and our collective battle cry will be heard around the world. I'm deeply proud to say that my own mother, Leslie Coburn, is running for Congress in Virginia's 5th District. We must reach across cultural divides and recognize our power as an undivided force. Listen to me. This means white women need to hold up our end of the fight. Not just coming to rallies with like-minded others, but reaching deep into our own families and communities, deep into the places where women wore t-shirts that read, "Trump can grab my pussy," and have courageous conversations about what freedom really looks like. We need to take leadership and direction from women of color. Witnessing the recent rise of the Time's Up movement has been profoundly inspiring. I have thought many times over the past months as my female peers gathered for our revolution, They never expected us to work together. In fact, they counted on us being incapable of such collaboration. We have shown them that hell hath no fury like a woman underestimated.
That I wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys about weariness, okay? We are a year into our resistance, a year into doing everything we can daily, at times moment by moment, to make sure that the issues that affect our opportunities, our careers, and our bodies are heard, believed, and addressed. That's a lot. That's been a year of a whole lot. But be not weary in well-doing. Take a moment, take a breath, take a knee, do what you need to do to get your mind and your spirit and your heart right. But get it together and then get back into the fight. We are in the midst of an all-hands-on-deck moment. Every voice counts. Every person counts. Every vote counts. Please don't let all the important things we're fighting for and often fighting against wear you down.
The women's movement has never been just about women. This movement is about equality. It is, as Dr. King said, about making good on the promise of democracy for all God's children. We are living through an extraordinary moment, a moment of profound social change, and we cannot afford to let up for one single minute. So on behalf of the other 50% of the population, I want to say to the women we love, to the women we raise, to the women we work with, to the women we work for, fight on, because we have your backs.
We are responsible to speak out, walk out, stand up, and resist. No one is going to stop us. No matter how high their political office, no matter how much money they have, they will not stop our movement.
When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come.